What was going through your head as the fight was getting underway?
Stop crying. Oh. I was like, no. It was just really surreal. I was overwhelmed definitely by the opportunity. You know, I knew I would be excited. I knew that it was going to be amazing, but I don't think I had any idea how much it would impact me from the inside out. You know, and it just felt great. It felt really, really special to me tonight. This moment will be hard to top.
Now that you're the coach, you know, has that sunk in yet? That you're going to be, in a few weeks, you'll be starting taping and on everything else?
First thing I did after the fight was go and call my son. And he asked me how I did, and I told him that I won. And he's like, so we get to go to Vegas? And they have a lot of swimming pools there, right? I was like, yeah, we get to go to Vegas. And he's like, and that means you finally get to fight Ronda Rousey, right? And I was like, yeah, we get to fight Ronda Rousey. You know, so it's just, it's surreal. It's a really good feeling, and this is exactly what I wanted, and it's happening exactly the way I expected. And well, I guess not the way I expected, but you know, things are happening the way they should, and it just was great.
Surprisingly, afterwards, you admitted that you were scared, actually, of Miesha. Can you kind of give some insight on that? And do you have that same kind of fear of Ronda? Is it a healthy fear? I mean, what is that about?
Absolutely healthy fear. I think to say you're not frightened, you know, going into a fight is there's a border between being cocky and being confident, you know, and I like to say a little bit, I like to be confident, you know, absolutely not cocky, and I like to have that healthy fear of my opponents. You know, it keeps me on my toes, it keeps my camps, you know, relatively stressful for me, but it makes me continue to always be really hard on myself and always strive for the best. You know, I always start strong and finish stronger. I hate when I leave the gym knowing I could have done something more, and it's just something for me that you know, it drives me to put myself in situations that I'm not comfortable in, and it always ends up being something that I have the opportunity to figure out and get through, and then I have another goal and a personal accomplishment to make. You know, so it's all positive. It's all positive fear, but it's definitely something that feeds me and fuels me for sure.
Yeah, if you don't mind, would you mind talking about that sequence with the knee? I'm sure that it wasn't intentional, but was that something you were aware of, that her hand was down? Can you kind of talk about that sequence?
I have no idea what we're talking about, to be honest. Like, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, and it always happens, you know, like, I wish we could show me the fight before we do any of this stuff, because I really go in there, and it's kind of like, I remember little bits and pieces of the fight, but I don't have the whole sequence of things that happen at all. Like, I wish I would be able to see the fight, and then we could do these press conferences so I could go over and give you better, legitimate answers. I don't feel like whatever we're talking about is what won me the fight. You know, I think that I won. I think I went and I need her. I think that her face shows it. You know, I think no doubt in my mind that was my fight. I came back and I finished strong, and I don't have any excuses for how I did tonight.
Thanks, guys.
Kat, if you could please. I noticed that during the weigh-ins and the stare down and all of that, you seemed a little bit nervous, like you were almost shaking. What switch was flipped for you that got you to turn into that animal instinct when you got into the octagon?
There's a lot of switches in me that get flipped, you know. My day-to-day routine is a constant back and forth. You know, I go from being a mom to a fighter to a wife to a mentor to a coach, you know. So there's a lot of things that go on in me where I have a lot of different roles to play. And, you know, when I was getting ready in the back tonight, I was walking around and I was thinking, you know, my mom died in 2005, and I was on a pretty rough path before she died. And when she did die, I promised her I was going to take my life to good things, and I had no idea what I was going to do. I had no idea what I was talking about, but that I was going to make her proud and not to worry about me, and it was okay to go. And, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking about my son. I'm always thinking about, you know, I need to protect him. I need to keep him safe. And I really had this kind of maternal instinct kind of going on, and you know, Miesha Tate represented a big bad bear, and I'm out there, you know, saving his life, and my my mom's death definitely pushed me in a way where I wanted to have a positive outcome with my life, and this is how it came to fruition. I'm here, I'm in the UFC, I'm fighting people for a way to support myself and my family, and plus it's fun, you know, it's a really good outlet, and it helps me deal with definitely my switches you guys are seeing go on, you know. So it was it's just a constant switch back and forth in this world, you know. I'm a really friendly person. I'm very approachable. I enjoy meeting new people. I like having fun getting to know all of you. But then all of a sudden, you know, I'll have critics. Then all of a sudden there's someone standing across the cage from me that wants to hurt me, and someone that wants to take something from me. And these are all things that, you know, really takes a lot of tough skin and mental toughness to get through. And you know, every single one of these moments was a new moment for me. I've never experienced the things that I've experienced this week going through the UFC and getting ready for a fight here. And you know, like I said, it's an experience that'll be hard to top. It was a really good one.
Yes.